Some viewers may find the following video disturbing. Viewer discretion is advised.
Moin. Good evening, everybody. Welcome to our little show on the interwebs. Jerry sends his regards. He got the date wrong. He's thinking today is Monday for whatever reason. So, no Jerry today, I'm afraid. I hope everybody's well. Welcome Crispin, Danley, Demon Sub, Orinoco, Redverse, and Jill and James. I tried to find a replacement host for today, but, well, shit happened. People didn't have time, so you're stuck with me. But rather than doing what we have done last time, yeah, I'm pretty sure he's not broken up with me. At least I hope so. Dark Denigan, welcome. So, instead of me waffling just around, I thought we'd do a little bit of hobby together. Isn't that exciting? Let's see if this works. Where's my... I hope this works. Ah, see? A little piece of plastic. Now, to make this look a little better, we do have light. Ah, this is way better, isn't it? Demon's Up is this week off. Ah, Dark Denigan, welcome. I'm offline? Thanks for the resubscription, James Cuts. At least I hope I'm not offline. People tell me when I'm offline. So we got our little box of gnomes, a sharp knife, snips, some emery paper, and a wee bit of lovely sniffing glue. Also, to wet our whistle, we have a little bit of liquid bread. So I have had this open just once and still need to figure out how this goes together. So how's everybody's spring clean challenge coming along? I hope it's going better than mine does, because mine basically isn't doing anything right now. You go there. Bases. Nothing much to see about there. Two identical sprues. James is progressing, but he needs to make the project public. Yeah. Minor panic about how much to do. That sounds familiar. Somehow I lack inspiration on regards on what colors to use going forward with the minis. I'm stuck for some reason. So, instructions. I think end of the month is calling in. Let's see. Wouldn't it be nice if it all was slightly easily readable? We need the parts 3, 4, 1, and 2. So there's 3, there's 4, where the bloody hell is 1 and 2. can't find them. Oh, there's number 1. Where's number 2? Hello. It doesn't has a number on, but that looks like a potential number 2. Oh, I hope there won't be, but seeing this little fiddly bit here, I'm already getting a little bit worried. So since these are what you call it, single pose miniatures, there's not much variety going on. Where are the parts? Oh, there's that. Oh, I see. Number 6 and number 5. Choices, choices, choices. Number 6 can be rotated. Oh, yeah, I see. Okay. Hello, Dave. Welcome. Sorting out sci-fi minis for Buck Hunt is Demon Sub's work of the day. Yeah, that sorting minis is nice. What? Lee would have put the figures away and opened the beer yet now. Well, if you insist. Hello, Zorg. Yeah, sorry, Jerry isn't here. He got the date mixed up. He's living on Monday currently, for whatever reason. Skull. Jill is still painting for a bleak that's running. Well, I guess that's a common theme, isn't it? Now let's see. We shall need part number 1. Where the bloody hell was part number 1? Ah, there. There's the number. Now I see. You people could have told me. I'm totally blind here. So this is number 1. Oh God, can you? What? Hold on. I'm going to zoom in a bit. If the zoom is willing. Can you see this tiny bit? Oh, for love. This is going to be grand. So, piece number 1. Piece number 2. Where is it going? Ping! So we're going to start with phase number 3. Everybody remember phase number 3. For the second mini, we're going to use the other phase to make things look different. Phase number 3 and number 5. Whatever that little detail is supposed to be. Oh no. And the hat is number 6. Number 6. And who are you? I'm the new number 2. You are number 6. I'm not a number. I'm a wee free man. Yeah, Demon Sub, I love you too. How's this supposed to go together? I can already smell dim glue. Oh my god, this is going to be one of those assemblies. Has anybody of you done these before? You could have warned me. For hell. Yeah, this is going to need some scraping. Glue to one side. Pieces that are smaller than my nail on my pinky. This is going to go horribly wrong. I'm going to stab myself. Can't compare, haven't built them. The worst model of recent memory I built was the Blood Bowl snuttling pump wagon. That was a nightmare. Not doing that again. This seems to be fine now, I hope. And if not, I'm blaming you lot. Let's dab on some glue. Legend has it the B1 battle droids were bad, yeah. A bit over-engineered. But at least in FFG's defense, it was one of their first attempts of making multi-part plastics, so it's a learning curve. That's on there. Now, the face. So anybody who's here now, have you all congratulated the old man that is Warren? Because it's his birthday today. Maybe that's why Jerry can't be here, because they're having a big old party. I highly doubt that, but would be a possibility, would it? Let's see. Oh god. Why? Why are these miniatures so tiny? So very, very tiny. Oh, Imagine Warren being here would be an interesting thing. I would have called him in as a guest, but I'm guessing his wife is having plans with him in one way or another. Beer flavored cake. Yeah, potentially because they're gnomes. You're right, Donnelly. Let's point downwards, shall we? Yeah, this is looking. This is going grand. At least the pieces fit well, even if I can barely see them. Oh no. Oh no. This is only a part that's going to continue. For fuck's sake. Hello, Ewok Kebab. No, the Master of Disaster is living in a different time zone currently. Timey-wimey stuff happened, and now he's living on Monday again. Can you imagine that? 2 Mondays in a row? Oh, are the epic scale rhinos that bad? Gaming Gandalf. Yeah, that's correct. Oh god, I hope this comes off this spool without breaking. Separate smokestacks? Epic scale rhinos? That sounds horrible. Maybe Games Workshop has been taken over by a horde of sadists. And now they're making the models extra fiddly. Oh, Webster. Yes. Now, how does this go together? Putting glue on the stick. I'm hoping when Armored Clash is being released that they will have a more reasonable approach. Bloody hell. To how detailed the miniatures are going to be. I'd really hate them to be that in need of so many assembly steps. I mean, they're tiny. And this is one gnome, and he comes in 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 parts. Oh, bloody hell. I forgot to clean the feet, and now the feet are not what you call it? Level. Yes, James, there's something to be said about one-piece metal miniatures, or even one-piece resin miniatures. One-piece miniatures in general. Or like flats, like Toros did show us in the Discord just the other hour, because it was today. If Jerry is actually watching the Eurovision Song Contest, I'd be surprised. But then again, who am I to judge? Schwein kleb an. There's one done. Now, for the alternative parts. Number 4, head. The worst thing about these monopose miniatures is even if you're left with a lot of minis, you're not really left with a lot of options because they don't go together in a particular way, other than what Games Workshop makes them to do. That's that one. 1, 2, 5, 6. 6. These things are going everywhere. 5. I'm going to be searching stuff before the stream ends. And another leg. Thank the gods you can't see my face. Get out there. Yeah, that's my opinion too, Demon Sub. The very basic multi-part kit where you have lower torso and legs one piece, upper torso another part, arms separate, head separate, and have them swivel or tilt to some degree. That way is the easiest route, and also it's the most comfortable way of kit bashing because bits and parts just fit. Yeah, the Star and Frostgrave kits are great. I love them. I mean, the Games Workshop kits aren't ugly, at least not those that I'm buying. But sometimes I feel they're so over-engineered. They could just make one-piece miniatures. Well, at some point, they will either return to other different form of modeling, or they will start selling ones and zeros, which will be an interesting event, I think. Yeah, the unused stuff on the Games Workshop spruce is mostly useless unless you use it for something like a dead arm sticking out somewhere. And even what I really would like to try if I had a surplus of money was grabbing 2 or 3 different kits from North Star for Stargrave, Frostgrave, and whatever range they have, and just mix and match to see what's happening. Apologies. It's hay fever season. Bloody hell. Yeah, Redverse, that's basically the whole point of the exercise. Enjoying the progress of creating. At least in my book. I mean, if you use the North Star minis only from the fantasy range, you can make them work with any system, I feel. There's hardly anything they won't work with. Why is this not... Oh, bloody hell. Get on there. MDF is for the smell. Only when it's laser cut. Only when it's laser cut. Did you notice there's a small gap in the chest of this fellow? So Games Workshop is skimping on plastic on a micro level. Well, Jill, that's up to you. Also, you could just mix parts from other older kits from Games Workshop, for example, into the mix and have it go that way. Now, that hat went down. This hat is going to go up. Well, if you don't like the sculpting, then I guess there's not much you can do about it. What about the... I forget the name. Les Grognards. Are those more along your lines? And for anybody who's by any chance looking here for the first night or the first time here live on Twitch or over at the YouTubes later, I highly recommend, if you are into building plastic models, get yourself some Tamiya ultra thin glue. That stuff is just, that's magic. Wargames Atlantic, that was the manufacturer's name I couldn't think of. Thank you. Yeah, Demons Up, the options, I seem to remember that the Grognards came with 3 times the amounts of hats that you would have needed for the kit to build. With mask, without mask, with extra big woolly mammoth bear head or something. Dutch, I was similar as you, a long-time friend of the Revell stuff, and to a degree, for certain applications, I still am. But the nozzle keeps clogging, no matter how much I try to keep it free, and there's just too much coming out of it. In regards of gluing stuff, they're yes, comparable, on par. I do like the needle application for larger model kits or small gaps. But for this kind of work, the Tamiya just works better. So now, the first 2 options. Don't look too similar, unless you put a focus on the pose and the fact that both have a kind of stick in their hand. The brush is always clogging? That never happened to me, but then again, I'm not working that much with that stuff. Next sprue. Let's see. We're having parts 9, 10, 11, and 12. Get out of my way. A pin in the nozzle of its river glue. That's a something I should have thought of eons ago. I mean, it's rather easy to get the needle free again. You just plug it out of the glue, hold it with a pair of tweezers, and then use some fire, a cigarette lighter of sorts, and then you just burn the dried up glue, and you're good to go. But of course, that smells and isn't really an option if you do it multiple times on an evening. Yeah, having your glue locally in a shop, that's the biggest plus for the Revell glue. I'll give you that. But then again, I need to buy most of my hobby supplies from an online store. So it only needs a bit of discipline and foresight to see if stuff is starting to run out, to grab new resources, or to put it on your shopping list for next time you buy a model kit and need to fill up your order in order to get to yourself free shipping. I mean, modeling stuff is readily available in more than just hobby shops. Usually, at least here, if you have a bit larger supermarket, they may have a small selection of plastic model toys. And those usually come with, what you call it, glue and paints. Yeah, James, that's just what I said. The lighter is your friend, unless you care for having a good quality air in your hobby area, which I would like to have, but yeah, that's a completely different beast. This topic for discussion. Speaking of topics for discussion, is it just me, or hasn't there been anything especially interesting happening this week since last Tuesday? I feel like it has been a very slow news week. Oh, you gotta be kidding me. Different size bases? No, they're all the same. How am I supposed to fit the badger with the Beastmaster? Yeah, this is going grand. Also, I hope everybody has already pledged the newest Dunkeldorf Kickstarter that has started today? Question mark? I think it was today. I haven't for two reasons. Reason the first, the models, though they do look really nice, I can't see them being any use for me in any game whatsoever. Reason number two, they cost money. Jeebus, this is getting complicated, Games Workshop. Okay, now there's a badger. That is supposed to go onto the base with one of the Beastmasters we just assembled. This is not fitting anything. Is that optional? Obviously not. Shrooms. I don't think so. Acorns for balls. But no shrooms that I can see. After all, they're gnomes, not I'm not sure he's getting his own base, because you can see that also the goose is getting on with the base, but that just feels wrong. How am I supposed to fit that? Not even... No. I feel there's something horribly gone wrong here. Well, just the dynamic would fit, but painting him that way would be a nightmare. So we're leaving him off for the time being. Let's build a goose. We need 14, 13, 15. Number 13. Oh god, these legs look so brittle. So snap-offy. Well, at least if this goes south, I'm going to have a second goose on the other sprue. So there is actually 2 models so far that could be used for multi-purposes. By Gropthar's hammer, what a savings. There were badger and a goose, I think, never go to waste. Could be useful for Frostgrave, maybe? Yeah, the acorns. There's one. There should be another one that's supposedly being a green acorn. There's a little dolly. A burning ball? That one's burning. What? Let's see. Cleaning up is rather little work. The contact points are actually the worst offenders here. James, that's a rhetorical question. We all know the answer. We all know what the reasonable thing would be. But we all know the answer of what you're going to do. 17 plus. And to be fair, if you need 1 pot of paint, you probably need some other paints too. Just look carefully through your opened pots which feel empty, which you want to use in future projects, and grab yourself some bites. I hate cleaning up contact points. Buy more navy blue. At least it's not Space Marines blue. So where does this go? Something along those lines. Okay. Glue. I'm glue. Glue. Could you imagine if the engineers from Gundam start getting into wargaming and make wargaming miniatures? See, you could stack up on what is left on Brain Matter Beige in your hobby store. Build yourself a monopoly on Brain Matter Beige. Oh, if Gundam made Battletech 5-inch or 6-inch models, that would be fully articulated. Can you imagine? Well, actually, yes, I could. That would be a lovely thing. Lineman. Option 1, 2, and 3, 4. How many linemen do we have? 8 in total. And we can use any face on any miniature, by the looks of it. Part of choice, yeah. Why should I put random stuff on the base right now? Maybe later, alligator? But let's see. They are just fat Gundams. Well, yes and no. If you actually look at the models, not the the miniatures, but the actual models in the video game, they do, at least some of them are very sleek by design. 17. Okay. 17. 18. And any face that we want. 28, 29, 30, 31. We'll take 29 because that's the one I found right away. Now it's gone. Bloody hell. Where's it? Where's it gone? There it is. Anything needed base. Contact points. Oh, I hate you. I hate you so much. Yeah, Jill, I'm afraid there's not much happening. Quartermaster Logistics have adjusted prices to a degree. My shipping has gone down, but it's still roughly 30% of my $80 order, which I personally find still way too high. I haven't seen any updates yet, but Catalyst Game Labs is going to have a live stream in about 17 minutes over on the YouTubes. I'm guessing they will be addressing that matter. They always did in some way. But I'm not holding my breath that the shipping costs are going down any further. So I'm going to have to make the choice. Do I want the miniatures that bad? The exclusives that come with the Kickstarter? Or do I suck it up and just cancel my order? Bloody hell. Why isn't that holding? It should be. He has no face. Thank you, Neutrana, for the bit limits. I'm not sure how that's going to work and affect the bottom line, but thanks anyway. Let's go that way. And now give this little guy a face, if the face is willing to. Oh, bloody hell. These things are so tiny. I mean, come on. I'm not really one guy with big hands, but this is ridiculous. Micro Art Studios usually is quick. Yeah, sunken cost fallacy in this case is really a thing, especially if there's parts involved that are exclusive, like the 4-inch mag that comes with the Kickstarter. I mean, the Visigoth fighter is nice to have, but I really would like to have the larger model kit. Alignment number 1 is done. Now, to make sure I'm not using the same face again, I'm going to clip another face from this brew. Where's a different face? There it is. The 31. And then the body and the leg from the other sprue. Uh, 18 and 17. This fellow. Ewok, what did you get from the clearance sale over at Micro Art Studios? They did do a sale on some things, not on all things, if I remember correctly. Where's the bloody leg? Hello. There's the leg. I do remember that I've seen the Legion stuff from Micro Art Studios that was the weird foam pressed stuff in stores one time. And I really wasn't that impressed with it. They were okay. But nothing to write home about, I felt at the time. Oh, that's the ones you got, yeah, so. I hope they take paint well, because that way you can still manage to make them look decent, I guess. Or if all else fails, use some grout and plaster and just give them a new coat from the outside, making them look more rough. If they're shipped 2 weeks ago or 3 weeks ago, I'm guessing it'll be fine. No worries. You will get your tiny fighting men. Now to get that leg sticking again. I mean, basically, these two linemen only differ in what size of upper skull they get. This is almost too cheap and nasty. Oh, bloody hell. Yeah, James, I miss the days of ordering from the UK and not paying an exorbitant amount of taxes. I mean, to be fair, we've been spoiled by Amazon with next day shipping. when way back when they still did it. Different enough. Yeah, but ordering from Amazon has, at least for me, become for lack of a better term, it's a lottery. Even if stuff is sold by Amazon, I had things I needed for a customer that were available right now. I bought them, and the shipping order then said, yeah, these things come via Italy for whatever reason. So they were on the road for a few days. Not much of 24 hours delivery service. And that's with Prime, mind you. No, it wasn't pizza. Pizza that takes more than 30 minutes to be delivered, I wouldn't bother ordering. And now we need a face. Finding faces is getting hard. 13. We take this one. Tinned pineapple. Stop making me hungry again. It has been a horrible morning when I got to work and people started talking on a podcast I listened to while at work about doner kebab. Boy, did I crave a doner kebab at that point. I would have killed for a doner kebab. I could kill for one right now, but then you wouldn't have any stream. I never tried the way the English are doing them, so I can't compare them. But you have, even in Germany, you have local variants that are different in multiple ways. Best kebabs I ever had, I had in Berlin years ago. A friend of mine with whom I was in Berlin took me to a rather shady looking little snack shop in a dark alleyway. So yeah, it was like in a bad movie, but man, that was a good dinner. And it was proper spicy. Do you want a hot dinner? Yes, please. Extra hot. You sure? Yes, please. My lips were on fire. Bloody hell. This is ridiculous. How is this supposed to work? Games Workshop, you utter nut jobs. Well, it was so hot it hurt 3 times on the way in, on the way through, and on the way out. That's proper hot for the doner kebab. Okay, this is getting ridiculous. It's a bloody arm. How can you mess up a bloody arm? Ah. I hope this is the way it's supposed to look, because it looks odd. Why don't we have some kind of recipes in our project system? I wonder. I mean, apart from the fact that the project system is so horribly slow, you'll never be able to cook properly from a recipe. And it burns, 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 the ring of fire, the ring of fire. Went down, down, down. You go down there and you stay down. Aren't you supposed to remove the plastic before putting it in the microwave? At least that's what I'm reading in the instructions. Also, welcome, Nick. Didn't see you coming in. All these people just sneaking inside here. Like they don't want to be noticed. Having a microwave, in my opinion, is a must. And if only for making yourself a quick cup of hot chocolate. Or using it for these little, I'm not sure what they're called in English, these little cushions that come with seats in them to make it warm. Now we need another phase. Oh, 28, that's still available. Clip. Clip. When I'm making steam, my dear friend, Mr. Limburger Cheesy Mate, it's not for me, it's for my wife. And then it's get freshly brewed with proper hot water, and it's a big mug. Or even a kettle full of. Not via the means of microwaving. That would be a horrible suggestion. I think that's one of the things Crispin would do, making tea in the microwave. Generally, I'm inclined to agree with you, Nick, that no hot drink should start its life in a microwave, but if you're heating milk, it's way less trouble than putting the milk in a pot and try not to burn it. I'm not sure if Crispin actually puts things in the microwave. You could be putting people in there as well. And maybe toys. Yeah, that's... Oh, I'm missing the arm. What's the arm's number again? 21. Oh, wrong spoon. 21. A pocket P? You're talking about a Siemens Bride? Or as we call it, eine Seemannsbraut. And while we're on the topic of rockets, has anybody of you lot finished watching Fallout the TV series? Because I have. What's your overall verdict on this series? As a series, not in regards of how good an adaptation of the video games it is, but how's the writing in your on your in your mind? In your opinion, that's the word I was looking for. Opinion. So the consensus is it's a good show. Yeah, I can agree with that. Though, to be honest, I would have enjoyed it a bit more, and this is going to sound very funny coming from me, if the gore level was a wee bit lower. I mean, you really have to work in Fallout to get that perk to make heads explode. So having heads explode all the time is a wee bit, nah. Not for me. Yeah, there's something to that. Then again, the writing does tap into the video games. And since there are people in chat now that haven't completed the series, we won't go in detail on the last episode, but I'm pretty excited to see how they are going to continue the story in that particular location that they have shown. That is going to be interesting, I think. Is this the correct part? I hope so. $23. Where's 24? Where's 24? Yeah, and I'm really excited to see who's in charge of that place that has been spoiled? Question mark. Oh no, I need new faces. I nicked all the faces from this year. So, new sprue, new faces. 28, where are we? Come to me. 28. I'm guessing the boys has more exploding heads because there haven't been that many explosions on the Fallout TV series, but they have been very front and center. And at least at one or two times I felt that had been just for the sheer, yeah, the ones making the special effects need some work and practice blood splattering. Let's have some more heads go splody splody. Which I found a bit boring, but then again, that's just me. It's going to be an interesting second season. I hope they can keep up the writing and the pacing. Yeah, I don't mind the blood itself, but the explicit showing of gory bits, the replacement leg, the one guy trying to nick the power armor and getting his head squished. That was a bit, well, I thought a bit too much. But maybe I'm just growing soft with age. That's also a possibility. Headshots are always good for the win. And for some odd reason, every time I try to play Fallout in a different way, I always get back to sneaky, stealthy, shooty from very far away, making people go splat when playing the games. Nope, no boobies. Though there is an interesting scene, I think in the third episode, when a widow makes another guy wear the sweater of her past husband, and things get naughty. Oh, don't lose your head. Yeah, Skyrim, long range arrows, and then stay hidden for multiple layers of sneaky stealth kills. You say that if Skyrim was more like Dark Souls, it would be amazing. Demon's Up, I think quite the opposite. I'm pretty happy with the combat, the way Skyrim is doing it. In every direction, even if you are going like a tank build and just knock people from their horses. Yeah, Red was same. I try different builds in any game, and I end up being the sneaky sniper. For some odd reason, that just works. Far Cry had a special mode. Far Cry Blood Dragon. That was, in my opinion, the best Far Cry of them all. hunting cyber dragons. I mean, they could have just made that a mod or some fun in-game gimmick, but going all the way, making it a proper standalone game you can buy, I highly appreciated that. And the story is so cheesy, it's beyond. You can't get more 80s, 90s cyber fantasy, whatever. The tutorial alone was so bloody brilliant. Riding the Tyrannosaurus and just killing, murdering everything. I'm not even sure if you're able to lose at that point when you start running around on the big fat laser dino. I think at that point you already won. The game just doesn't tell you. Cool. Stick to it, you bloody bastard. Yeah, Blood Dragon should be worth a replay at some point, if I can find the time to play anything. I'm so on Steam, it's almost a shame to admit how many hours I've pumped into various games. I blame my time being unemployed and being a student way back when. Oh, Crispin, have you played MacLeod? I had the pleasure of playing the a very early test build. I think last year. Was quite enjoying that one. Is it already out? I think it's still in early access, is it? Oh, I forgot the arm again. What is it with me and forgetting arms? I just hope that MacLeod doesn't start being more battle focused than it was in the early access, because I really like the relatively slow building aspect of creating your own village. Oh no, you stay here. God, these fiddly bits. I should have known that the gnomes would be very fiddly to assemble. Why didn't anybody stop me buying those? It's a nightmare. Yeah, Zorg, that has been announced by Microsoft some months ago already, that Windows 10 is ending support next year. That is going to be fun, I think. 25, 27, 26. Where are you? 27. Six. And 25. That's this one. And ahead. Number 30, please. Maybe we should start a video gaming thread on the forums just to collect our gamer tags, though I think I did that way back when. I might need to look that up. Well, Discord isn't all nice and well, but it's hard to find information after the fact because it's a chat. It's not a thing to preserve information. At least not the way I see it being used. Hence why I prefer to put things that I want to stay on people's radar on the forums. Was this supposed to fit? Oh, I see. So this body is 3 parts. This is lunacy. And why are the sprue gate contact points on the same level and plane that the gluing parts are? This is a nightmare to clean up. Games Workshop, why? Yeah, I looked at that Demons Up, that forum semi-functionality of Discord, and it's just nah. I'm not seeing any reason to have another forum beside the forum. But that's just me. Oh, for fuck's sake. Another contact point right there on the gluing spot. Not cool, Mr. Workshop James. Not cool. This is an odd choice, having the contact line going straight through the beard from top to bottom. Oh, another. This is a nightmare. You can ask them. I highly doubt they will give you any information. I haven't heard back from Asmodee Germany in regards to my inquiry about the possible effect that the splitting off from Embracer Group with 900 million euros in debt will potentially have on the company. Either they don't want to talk about it, or they don't have any idea themselves. Which would be an interesting thing. Isn't the invite on the Beasts of War site still there and valid? Ask and there shall be given. Oh no, I attached my finger. And the next one. 25? Come to speak about Legion and Star Wars. Has anybody started watching the new short story series Empire on Disney Plus? I have just today watched the first 3 or 4 episodes. It's nice. It's nothing too special to write home about. It feels a bit like it's what's been left on the cutting room floor from the animated series. Oh, I need a face. Apologies if I sound a bit sniffly, but yeah. Springtime. Hay fever time. Well, Nick, you don't have to do it at any special order since they are across different situations and time zones within the universe itself, so feel free to watch whatever pickles your fancy. Pickles? Tickles. If I would have to give a recommendation, I'd suggest if you haven't seen it, go watch Andor first. Though if you go Andor first, you're spoiled for the rest. Depending on how much you like the other content words. Well, that you say that, but I enjoyed the Bait and Skull show. And if only for Bait and Skull and the reveal of what's his face, Admiral Thrawn. Yeah, Andor really had something going for itself. It was grown-up Star Wars. Star Wars for adults. Star Wars for people living beyond just Jedi Knights versus Sith. The only problem I have with Andor is a very, very personal one. You know he needs to survive in order to be appearing in the movie. So, yeah. That takes a bit of tension out of the story. I liked Rogue One as a Star Wars movie very much as well. Up until they shown the horrible, crappy, computer animated Princess Leia Organa. Boy, that was a disappointment. A company of the size and the knowledge base behind special effects like Disney, and that they put that crap on screen. Well, Demon, that's the good thing about streaming stuff. You can watch it in any way you like. So if you want to have it in several 90-minute bits, you just watch 3 episodes in one row and then wait a day or two. But I think the episodic release they did really benefited the story and the slow storytelling they did. Good night, cheesy one. I like when streaming services go, yeah, we are putting out a new show, but we're not putting it out all at once, so you have to wait a week. The Gnome Illusionists. Okay. Well, this looks to be interesting. I mean, I didn't snag through Fallout series, even though we could. It's savoring the moment. So, what parts do we need? 39, 37. 39. 37. God, am I thankful for my good snips here. This would have been horrible if I had used just plain old box standard snips. There's so many tiny details to cut. 38. 40. Where's 40? Hello. There's 40. $32, $33. 32. And 33. Well, currently there's nothing to watch anymore for me. Shogun is done. The Bad Batch is done. Fallout is done. Now I need to wait for the next thing to come around. Is there anything coming up in the next few weeks that I could potentially get excited about? You lot all fell asleep. Be honest. Because you're watching me glue dry. Cricket World Cup? Extremely inappropriate on Netflix, says Demon Sub. I'm going to put that on my to watch list. Painting butts. That's also nice. I'm guessing you're still on your Blood Bowl team then, Jill. Promo stickers for UK Games Expo. Yes, I forgot about that one. I'm looking forward to coverage. And to see who's there. Sadly, I can't be with them. Well, I say sadly, but on the other hand, I really am not much in the mood for going out to shows right now. Why did they key this? Ah, this is so silly. One arm. God, these contact points partially so tiny, just 2 millimeters square. Yeah, you've been going a very Asia route, Mr. Demon Sub. Well, I, for my part, have been watching Delicious in Dungeon, the animated series on Netflix, which is a weird thing. Let's put it that way. But in an interesting way of sorts. How is this going to work? Is it even going to work? Let's see. Is this how it should be? Hello. Oh god, this is... The weird thing is, Delicious in Dungeon is one of the few animated series on Netflix that's available only in Japanese or German. There's no English dubbed version for whatever reason. Which I find weird. Oh god, people. Why do you hate me so much, Games Workshop? I mean, I know why I hate you, and this is not helping. Fuck. I'm not sure about the manga. I haven't read it. God. Assembling the gnomes is a horror. Just let me put it that way. Jesus Christ. Had I known before, I wouldn't have done it. How is that supposed to go on there? Huh? I'm lost. I'm totally lost. Oh god. That's odd, Jill. If there's a English dub version, why don't they offer it on other platforms? But then again, we're talking Netflix. I think they stopped making sense ages ago. But also could be a rights thing. That I feel that's something that ruins stuff all the time. Just some arbitrary rights. Get a head on. God, this is horrible. Ark! This is not working. This is not working at all. This is going horribly wrong. Games Workshop, I hate you. hate you so much. Why? This is all falling apart. This miniature is going to look horrible up close. If it even survives painting. It's the ordinary extra thin. But again, as I said earlier, that contact point is at max 2 millimeters square. So 1 by times 2. This is just insanity. I mean, we're talking about a snotling-sized miniature composed of 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 parts. "41. Where's 41? Oh, bloody. Yeah, this is ridiculous. This is not testing patience. This is annoying people on purpose. And it's not even helping with the modularity, because the pieces only go on one way. Dang it. It's not holding for... this is just... Well, then let's do the head first. I think I know why that model is the very last one to build. If this would have been the first one you're building, I'm guessing people would just throw it in the bin and never touch it. Good night, Orinoco. I'm going to be scared to paint these. Because these things will come apart, I guess. And now I know that this is a horrible miniature to put together, and the order that which it goes together is a total wank job. I'm going to do this the different way. I mean, I get to a degree why they are doing things they are the way they are doing, but come on, 8 pieces for a 1.5 centimeter high gnome miniature. That's just bollocks. Bollocks! Good night, Jill. Thanks for stopping by. Hope to see you next week, and maybe then with Jerry again. Oh, good idea. So, 40, 40, 40. $37. $39. 32, 33. 32. 33. 34. And the end cap of the head. Hang in there. I need to sneeze. Or rather, blow my trumpet. Now, cleaning up the contact points to avoid driving myself more insane than it's already doing. Ah, don't go hiding on me. Why would you key such a small thing? Just leave it. Especially if the key doesn't fit properly. You know what? That key is coming off. I'm not bothering. This is not a ball and socket joint. Come on, stick together, you bloody thing. There you go. Next one, the dreaded left arm. This time the key seems to be working. Now, where did you go? Something like that. And we need another base. Now, let's try this a different way. We are going to assemble the headspace first. Oops. It's starting to get late. I'm starting to get tired. I'm starting to make mistakes. Oopsie daisy. Could also the fumes and additionally the beer, but I'm sticking with tired because being tired is legally allowed. At least, I think it is. I might be wrong. See, this is much more better. Now, this one needs to go that way, I hope. When in doubt, add more glue. I'll let that settle for a second. giving this a go. How does this fit? Oh, this is much nicer. Much nicer. Especially since now the contact areas are well exposed. And what do we learn from this, children? Not always are the instructions to be followed. Don't follow orders blindly. Yeah, this looks much better. Right from the get-go. Saying that now, but I still need to attach the fiddly arm. Which is going to be interesting. Yeah, I'm inclined to agree with you there, Demon's Up. Stay away from Modern Games Workshop. Though to be fair, the other ones, the other models were fairly fine to make. But this last one, the Illusionist, that's... yeah. That's a different beast. Especially the last arm that's coming on now. This is just... it's laughable. This is the exact opposite of push to fit. This is pushing your customer over the edge. Yeah, but are they, if they're metal, do they count as Modern Games Workshop because they are re-release from old stuff? This is not even working. The arm that goes the house. For fuck's sake. More glue. More glue needed. Hopefully. Hell on earth. This tiny arm is really getting on me. Or rather not. That's the problem. I'm leaving it at that. Yeah, Zorg, you're right. Too small to pin? Yep. I don't have any gauge wiring that's that tiny. It's literally a millimeters thick of contact point. I'm not sure if the camera will pick it up. Where is it there? That small piece is what you attach to there, and that's 1 millimeter by 2 millimeters. It's very tiny. But it's on now. It's staying on. Not touching that again. Now for the last piece of the sprue. the woodland foxes. Oh god, my nose is killing me. So this is just a small... Huzza! Huzza! Stretch. Final stretch. Where's the bloody face? That needs to be a second body. I think the animal heads from the sprue that I can't use, right, because there's no more bodies left, could potentially work as trophy plaques. Mount on walls in houses. Fox on the run. Yeah, that's a good suggestion. Making masks for other minis, or swapping the heads all together on the Frostgravy kits. Making some hybrid. Why isn't that sticking on there now? Oh, bloody hell. Did I miss? I did miss again. Oh. Why? Why put the contact point there? For fuck's sake. Jesus Christ. On a bike. Well, if I have to do, or would have to say something positive about having duplicates in a kit, if you mess up the first one, you quite surely know how to do it the second time. So only half of the models built will be looking like crap. Who needs a measuring tape? Just wing it. I mean, if we assemble them digitally, I'm pretty sure the shapes and forms fit into each other just gorgeously tight and snug and look great. But this is cast plastic. It's there need to be tolerances. And there don't need to be sprue gate contact points on the gluing side of things. This is just... See, the other head doesn't have it. There's just... Why? Yeah, you can zoom in and you don't have to manipulate things with clumsy fingers. It's not messing up. It's being creative in ruining things. Plonk. And as Jerry would say, and there we have it. A fully built gnome team. Honk honk. Now, this is what's still on sprue. Let me put them side by side. So anything that's on the top half of the sprue, this and this, is surplus. I don't think I will need any of those things, realistically. Counters, twice, weird marker things, and the balls that are still here, and some decorative items for the basings that I have left off for now. So there will be some more cutting to be done here, but not today. This took longer than expected. Paint? What is this painting thing you're talking about, Demon Sub? I don't know. I never heard of that. What's painting? Can't remember if I did that at any point in my life. Come on here. Open up your piece of paper. Instructions that fill the house together with the transfer sheets. So yeah, Blood Bowl coins, 4 balls, turn and reroll marker. Oh, so that's those. Yeah, there's going to be stuff on there. This one. That's the one I hate the most. Well, at some point they're going to be painted just like my lovely, lovely goblins. Don't know where, don't know when. Let me just plonk. Ooh, spooky. Ah. This has been like, if I were to turn out the light I used for building again, this would be like the Irishman going out in the sun. The camera would just go sploosh. And dipping would be an option if they made proper paints for dipping. Yes. Now, I thank everybody for being here. Everybody who will be maybe potentially watching this to the end on YouTube. I might actually be doing something different with this video and just compressing it. because other than the other unofficial hobby hangouts, there won't be much interesting, I think, for people who don't see the chat. So, let's see how that goes. But, again, thanks everybody for being here. Man curses through building Games Workshop Blood Bowl team. Yeah, but still, the... let's see if I can grab him. This little bugger is still worse than this little one here, because this was really annoying. Never going to build that again. If that thing drops to the floor and crashes into a million pieces, I'm going to get myself a piece of cardboard and print it out. Yeah, I'm going to bed. Have a nice week. Hope to see you next week again. Tutty bye, and stay safe, stay sane, drink more coffee. Goodbye. Where's my end button? I don't remember.